Morning, Thursday 26. Thanks for joining me. Quick look at crypto. This is quite interesting, isn't it? Look, Bitcoin just going sideways in pretty narrow ranges. It does look like the volatility has really calmed down in crypto. That might actually be something that crypto investors want to see if they're serious about crypto being part of our everyday lives and actually being a currency that you can hold in order to actually use. I don't believe it's an investment. I do believe it's a fabulous tool, but I don't believe it's an investment. But anyway, it could be considered more of an investment if it wasn't moving around 10% a day. So that's quite interesting. I do think crypto is going down. I do think Bitcoin is going down. We'll look at Ethereum. Ethereum, actually, we need to look at the weekly chart. Let me just flip over to that. As you can see, also just moving sideways in very narrow ranges. Key for me is the fact that we broke the 100 week moving average. That really is quite important. I can throw some fibs on here, I think. Why don't I do that? Just have a little breakdown of this market. There you go. And then I would put a secondary set of fibs there, giving us resistance around 2140, 2150, bang on the 100-week moving average. So that really is a very important level for Ethereum. Gold broke higher, dipped to my support level at 1845, 1840. Actually, let me show you. I don't normally show this. This is what I give to my subscribers every day. And actually, I'm going to just shrink that a little bit so that you can see it. One sec. Okay, there you go. I publish this every day for my subscribers, but I'm going to show it to you now. Gold spot, there's my buy level, 1845, 1840, stop below 1835, so a very narrow stop. First target would be 1860 for that gold trade. I've also got resistance at 1885, 1895. Stop there is 1905. Should we get up there? That's around this area here, around the 100-day moving average and the 38.2% fib. Quick look at the dollar. The dollar strengthened initially yesterday. I think that was before the Fed minutes. So the dollar index pushed up towards, well, if you watched my video earlier in the week, you'll know that I had resistance back around 102.60, 102.80. We didn't quite get there, actually. You can see why I had that resistance level. It's fairly obvious. Fib levels and trend lines. We got to 102.45, so not far off it. But I think the market will eventually, I don't know the timing, I don't know whether it will even be before the end of this week. We may even push up to 102.60, 70 today and then get down to sort of 101.30, but you'll know all about that level if you've been following me during this week. The euro has obviously benefited from the weaker US dollar. So euro US dollar pushing higher. Once we broke above 106.00, if you were following me and you saw that suggestion that was a small inverse head and shoulders on the hourly chart, we pushed up. We got up as far as 107.48, actually, a really good run. Bit of a retracement yesterday with the Fed minutes, but we can, I think, continue higher just in the very, very short term. I do have a buy level on my cheat sheet, on my, where do I have that at on the euro? No, yes, I do. 106.70, 106.50. I think actually that was around yesterday's low, so that did work yesterday. 106.41. So that did actually work yesterday. And if we hit that level again today, could be a low for the day. You can see we're just sort of dithering and trading sideways at the moment. The big call for me this week was suggesting that the US stock markets would recover. Anyone who's been following me knows that I've been a bear. I've had a negative outlook for the US stock markets since the beginning of the year, and that has obviously worked really, really well. The stock markets have done nothing but drop. This is the latest leg down that you can see on my chart from the end of March. Now, I thought we'd stage something of a recovery, and we have. We've got to my target of 4,000, well, we got to within 2 points of it, so really happy with that. You can see that there is resistance there. There's actually, if I scrunch this up, you can see there's a trend line going all the way back to here, which is in fact, let me see, that's actually the end of September. So it's a substantial multi-month trend line. That comes in bang on the minor fib levels around 4,000. I've used them more as a target than an actual resistance level. But when you combine the trend line that's a month old, you can see why we've run into resistance there, why the market is holding. If we get up through there, we've got some pretty strong resistance around the 40, 30, 40, 50 area. We'll deal with that if we actually get there. But the 4,000 area is already quite strong. So I guess I could really sort of say 4,000 to 40.50 is the big resistance level going into the end of the week. Seeing the recovery that I expected, hitting the resistance level, we'll see what happens from here. We need to get well above sort of 40.60 for a buy signal. Now the Nasdaq, I suggested would trade sideways. There was no buy signal. We didn't hit a decent support level. There is more weakness in the Nasdaq, but we had got so oversold that I figured we should trade sideways. There were no bullish candles really. There was a couple of dojis which suggested we'd probably found some balance. So not surprising to see it move sideways, exactly what I'd expected. Probably that will remain the case into the end of the week, and I'll review it over the weekend. But there's no buy signal. Dow Jones, however, as always, the stronger of the three, seeing a really good run up when it loads. And there it is. And this is my trade idea for the Dow Jones. 32,200, 32,400. That's my resistance. Stop above 32,600. NASDAQ, if we get there, and I'm not saying we will, where are we trading now? We're trading about 400, 500 points below 12,300, 12,400. That would be the good resistance level for me. S&P, as I've got here, 40, 30, 40, 50. So anyway, DAX 14,400, 14,500 is the resistance, but we're not close enough to that yet. So anyway, that's what I call my cheat sheet that I give to my subscribers every day. I can put a little trend line on this Dow Jones chart, I think. There we go. Look, we've even broken above there. So as I say, Dow Jones a little bit stronger than the others, but running into resistance at 32,200, 32,400. So we'll see if that marks a high for the week. We start getting up through 32,500. I know I've got my stop above 32,600, giving it a bit of leeway, but really, if we start getting up through 32,500 today or before the end of the week, I would suggest that indicates further strength, and we can probably push up to maybe 33,000. We'll review that. I'm not sure if I'll do a video tomorrow or Friday. I'll do something over the weekend. Over the weekend, I will be releasing a webinar. I'm going to look at scaling in, scaling out, how to enter a trade, exit a trade, maybe manage a trade, why I scale in, why I scale out, that kind of thing, why I would have limit orders below the market, limit orders above the market. So please do look out for that. I'll post a video on YouTube over the weekend with links, etc. for that. That's it. Got any questions? Put them in the description box, in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible.